If you're feeling overwhelmed, sluggish, or emotionally full, it could simply be a sign that stress and tension are building up in your system. In Chinese medicine, the liver, lung, and large intestine systems all play an important role in helping your body process both physical and emotional load. And when they're imbalanced or weighed down by stress and tension, it can show up as emotional pressure, fatigue, physical tension, or simply feeling stuck. So in this detox yoga for stress and emotional release, we'll use gentle movement to support your liver and lymphatic flow, all while staying connected to a regulated nervous system. So through this practice, you may notice your breath naturally deepening, your body warming, and your mind naturally slowing down and perhaps becoming a little quieter. All you need is a comfortable space where you can move and breathe freely. All right, let's begin. We're going to begin this practice in child's pose. So you can come to the back of your mat and you can take your knees out hip width apart, or you can keep them together, whichever is more comfortable for you. And let's take the arms out. So starting with an active child's pose, just to begin to ground it down, center in, and letting yourself soften into this posture, soften into the earth, and soften through your breath, letting your nervous system downshift. And we'll be moving more with this practice. So just noticing as we move that you can move with softness, being gentle with yourself, so your nervous system can continue to remain grounded. So you have a steady form of release of any tension, stagnancy in your body, and also your mind and your emotions. On your next inhale, come forward onto your hands and knees. Plant your hands down firmly, have your fingers open wide, tuck your toes, and take your hips up and back into downward dog. And taking any movement that feels good for you here. Saying hello to your body, hello to your hips. So as we work with the gallbladder channel, we get more into the outside of the hips. So it's nice to move your hips side to side, and maybe that creates an opening down through your waist. You can move your head side to side, feeling into your neck, the tops of your shoulders, even feeling a release up around your ears, the temples. This is all the gallbladder channel that can store tension, irritability. And now you can take about a 45-degree angle in your left foot. Step your right foot between your hands. Your feet are set up for a warrior one. On an inhale, take your arms up. Feel grounded down through both of your feet, strong through both of your legs. And now take your arms out wide and curl your fingers in, reach out through your thumbs. And begin to reach back through your thumbs, creating an opening through your chest, an opening through your lungs. And so our lungs are a way to let go. Through our exhales, through the lung space, through the lung meridians that we'll be working with in this movement. On an exhale, round out through your upper back, bring your arms together, your hands together. And inhale, sweep out the arms to open up through the chest, reaching back through your thumbs. Exhale, round out through the back, drawing your arms forward. Inhale, open up through the chest, reach your arms back, the thumbs back. One more time, exhale, round out through the back. And inhale, open up through the chest, reach back through your thumbs. Feel an opening through your arms. Now you can take your arms up along your ears. Feel this lift and opening. On an exhale, bring your hands to the mat. Step back into plank. Bring your knees down. And on an exhale, lower all the way down onto your belly. Now you can bring your hands out to about shoulder width apart, fingertips down onto the ground. And on inhale, roll up into a cobra. Exhale, roll down. One more time. Inhale, roll up into cobra. Exhale, roll down. Bring your hands to both sides of your chest. Draw your elbows in and down. And then roll through the spine to come back. Tuck your toes. Come back into downward dog. Now you can take about a 45-degree angle in your right foot. Step your left foot between your hands. Bend through your front knee. Inhale into warrior one. First, stabilizing through your legs, grounding down through your feet. And now reach out through your arms, curl your fingers in, and reach back through your thumbs. Maybe you feel the fascial stretch through your arms here. On an exhale, round out through the back, draw the arms forward. Inhale, sweep the arms back, reach the thumbs back. Exhale, round out through the back, soften through the chest. Inhale, open through the chest, reach back through the arms. One more time, exhale. Inhale, sweep the arms back, open up through the chest. Feeling into the space through your lungs. And keeping that space through the chest, through the upper body, take your arms alongside your ears. Feeling this lift up through the waist, through the lateral lines of your body. Exhale, take your hands to the mat. Step back into plank. Bring your knees down onto the mat. Release all the way onto your belly. Let's take a dynamic cobra once again. Fingertips down, shoulder width apart, out in front of you. And on an inhale, come up. Exhale, rolling down. One more time. Inhale, roll up through the spine. Exhale, rolling down. Let's bring the hands to both sides of the chest. Draw the elbows in and down. Roll through the spine. Coming back, tucking your toes. And lifting the hips up and back into downward dog. Now you can take about an 80-degree angle in your left foot, setting up for a warrior two on the right side. Step your right foot between your hands. On an inhale, come into warrior two. And you can look to make sure that your front knee is lined up with your second toe. So we're strong through the inner thigh. This is the liver channel that we want to strengthen in this practice. And running up, straight up into the liver. Now on an inhale, let's come into reverse warrior, taking the right arm up and back, and continue opening up through your right inner thigh. You're also pressing down through the outside of your left foot. So we're working with both the gallbladder and liver channel in the sequence. And now come into warrior two. Let's bring the right elbow down onto the knee. Circle and lengthen through the left side of the body, through the left arm, into extended side angle. Feeling long through the left side of the body. And the support through the torso. Really a lift through the liver here. Now let's work dynamically between these postures. Inhaling into reverse warrior. Exhaling, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, lengthen through the left side of the body. Come back into warrior two. Feel the strength through your legs. On an exhale, take your hands to the mat. Step back into plank. Release your knees. And on an exhale, release down onto your belly. Now you can take your right arm straight out from your shoulder and have your palm facing down. Your fingers are open wide. Let your right ear rest down onto the ground, and you can press onto your left hand to roll onto the right side of your body. Now you can stay here. If you feel an opening in your right shoulder, stay here. Let's all bend through the left knee, taking the left foot behind the right knee. And you can let your hips move, feeling into that opening. So that if you let your left knee fall back, you're going to deepen the opening through your right shoulder. You can choose to take your left arm up, reach that arm back behind you, bend at the elbow, and let that arm rest down behind your back. And the more you let your left knee release back, if that's available to you, perhaps you feel a little twist happening through the abdomen, creating compression for the internal organs that can store stress and store emotion. And so here we're really opening up through the lung channel, the large intestine channel, through the right arm, into the right shoulder, creating more space for the lung itself. And in doing so, creating more space to allow life to come in, more ease for that to happen, and the space for us to be able to release and let go. The lungs can store heavy emotions and difficult emotions. So here we're creating space for that to begin to soften and perhaps release. It doesn't have to happen right now. It can happen with time. And now you can bring your left hand out in front of you, if it isn't there already, and roll onto your belly. Bring your left ear down onto the mat. Bring your arms alongside your torso, so you're coming into prone shavasana. Letting your shoulders release down. Letting your belly soften into the ground. Feeling where your breath wants to move. And feeling the space that you're creating in your body, and perhaps how that can create more space for your emotions to move and be expressed. So really unexpressed emotion, suppressed emotion, can create stress in and of itself. Now you can bring your head back to the center, bring your hands to both sides of your chest, draw your elbows in and down, roll through the spine to come back, tuck your toes, and come back into downward dog. Now you can take about an 80-degree angle in your right foot, step your left foot between your hands. Now on inhale, come into warrior two. And so here we're pressing down through the outside of the back foot, active through the gallbladder channel, through the outside of the leg, up through the waist, and active through the inner thighs, through both legs. So the liver channel is active. It's really common for this knee to fall in, and it can just take some practice to begin to open through the inner thigh in this posture. On an inhale, let's come into reverse warrior, taking your left arm up and back, and feeling this opening through the gallbladder channel, through the outside of the left side of the body. Maybe all the way down through the outside of your left leg. And then let's come into warrior two. Bring your left arm down onto your thigh, circle your right arm around, and lengthen through the right side of the body. So you're creating a line. through the side of the body, all the way out through your fingers. The shoulders are into the back. The gallbladder channel runs up through the tops of the shoulders. Now let's work dynamically between these postures. The legs stay the same. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, opening through the left side of the body. Exhale, lengthening through the right side. One more time. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Come back into warrior two. Feel solid through your legs. On exhale, bring your hands to the mat. Step back into plank. Lower your knees down. On an exhale, lower down onto your belly. Now take your left arm straight out from your shoulder. Your palm is facing down. Your fingers are open wide. And then bring your left ear down onto the mat. And you can press into your right hand so you roll over onto your left side. Just feeling into this opening, into your left shoulder. This can be enough for many people. So you can always just stay here. The main thing is that you want to be able to breathe. You want to be able to relax into this posture. Bend through your right knee, taking your right foot behind your left leg. And if it feels okay for you, you can let your right knee fall back, letting your hips move into this. So as you take your right hip back, you're creating a deeper opening through your left shoulder and down through the torso as well, working with where you're at. If you want to take your right arm up and reach back through that arm, to deepen the opening through your left shoulder, you can take this option and then bend through your right elbow, letting that arm rest behind your back. So here we're increasing breath capacity, and in doing so, creating our capacity to allow release as we empty out through the nervous system. We can empty out through our breath. We can empty out through emotions that we've been holding onto. We create more space for more experience, more new experiences to come in. Now you can bring your right hand out in front of you if it isn't already, and begin to roll onto your belly, bringing your right ear down onto the mat, taking your arms alongside your torso, the palms facing up, and letting your shoulders rest down toward the ground so your upper back can round out. Have your eyes closed if they aren't already. Just letting yourself rest and soften and feel into the fruit of your labor through that opening, the lymph and blood moving, and perhaps any movement of your emotions here. And if you find yourself getting swept away in any emotional release, that's okay. But you can always just come back into your body, back into the earth element, to ground and settle and calm your nervous system so you can move through that release and really expand your window of tolerance, your emotional capacity. Now you can bring your head back to the center. Bring your hands to both sides of your chest, draw your elbows in and down, press into your hands, roll back, tuck your toes, and come back in to downward dog. On an inhale, look to your hands. Exhale, step to the top of your mat. Now an inhale, lengthen through the spine, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold forward. Bend through your knees, come down to sit. Take your arms out, and you can begin to roll down through the spine, coming onto your back. Hug your knees in. Let yourself be soft. Soft through the shoulders, soft through the back, soft through the hips, and also relax through your jaw, through your face, your temples, your eyes. And now you can take your legs out long. Bring your shoulders into your back. Let your arms rest out long, the palms facing up. And your eyes are rested closed, feeling the muscles around your eyes softening. Letting your nervous system settle down into the connection with the earth and deepen into your connection with your body. Feeling the movement and space that you've created through your body and perhaps through your mind and your emotions as well. Notice any shifts in your nervous system, your breath, or your emotional landscape. Because true release isn't about intensity. It's about gradually expanding your body's ability to process stress and to experience more ease. If you want to explore this more deeply, I've created a 7-day hormonal meridian reset for guided daily practices and education to support your detox pathways, your hormonal and nervous system balance, and emotional resilience. You can find more details about that in the description. And if you enjoyed moving in this way, subscribe for more meridian and somatic-based practices that I'm sharing every week here. And let me know in the comments, did anything feel easier to release or to move today? And that could have been through your body, your mind, or your emotions. I'd love to hear your experience. Thanks so much for taking this time to be present with yourself, with your breath, with your body, and for practicing with me. I'll see you in the next video.